Krishna. So, before I begin, I just wanted to remind everyone that just like when Jesus was present, if that he had his direct disciples, when his disciples were gone, they were gone. So, those who are followers of Lord Jesus, if they could have the opportunity to associate with those men and those women, they would take it up with great eagerness. So we have in this room, we have in this movement, just a few remaining disciples of Srila Prabhupada who had significant association. Even in this room we see so many great men and women. So we should all consider how we can get their association, hear from them, and honor them. Om Jnanatamrindasya Ganangana Svakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Gena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpa Trubhyascha Kripasindhavyavicha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So I have an offering that I prepared, and I'm trying to follow Prabhupada Swami's guidance to keep it fairly short. My dear Eternal Guru Dev Srila Prabhupada, in all humility I prostrate myself before you on this most glorious day that we celebrate your appearance in this troubled world. I contemplate the occasion, the 50th anniversary of your ISKCON, which you birthed from a lifetime of profound devotion and immense sacrifice solely for the benefit of others. What comes to me in this contemplation is the metaphor of childhood. From the perspective of world religions, ISKCON is still in its infancy. Little children have temper tantrums, fall downs, accidents, they catch colds, are even subject to abduction if left unattended. They need constant care and nurturing, loving acceptance, patience, and guidance. You created ISKCON to give shelter to the world. It has, through the consistent dedication and surrender of your followers, opened over 600 centers, including farms, schools, and restaurants, spanning the 7 continents, distributed millions of your books in over 62 languages, exposed countless millions to the sacred sound of Hare Krishna. This is just the tip of the transcendental iceberg. Incredible that this has transpired after your departure, when the tendency is toward chaos after the passing of the Acharya. You ordered your disciples on no less than 5 occasions before you departed this world. Quote, your love will be tested by how you work together cooperatively to keep this institution going. Prophetic words, most worthy of our contemplation. As any parent knows, it's not easy raising a child. There is a requisite amount of self-sacrifice and attitude adjustment needed to foster healthy growth in the newborn. If a child does something wrong, that is natural. It must be guided by a loving voice and hand. Your ISKCON has had its share of anomalies over the course of its inception, infancy, and childhood. We know them all too well. Philosophical deviation, fall downs, neglected devotee care, misappropriation of money and power, lack of transparency and checks and balances, fanaticism on both ends of the spectrum, lack of keeping your divine grace in the center, failure to properly follow through on your directives and initiatives, etc. Many devotees express grief and anger over these, understandably so, to a degree. And yet, isn't it the natural trajectory of infancy and childhood? Growing pains. While we as a society must address these issues with full transparency and attention, it is so crucial that we attend to ISKCON as a child with the unconditional acceptance and patience of a parent. If a child falls, we don't scream at it. When a child breaks something, we don't freak out. There are times when chastisement is obviously in order and absolutely necessary. However, I'm referencing an overall attitude to foster healthy growth. Thus, while we attend to those things which need focus or redirection, our attitude need be more like a watchful yet understanding parent towards baby ISKCON. Less reactive and anger-driven finger-pointing, more acceptance, understanding, and proactive problem-solving. It's like when a child enters puberty, becoming a friend is the more effective tactic. We are a family. We have diverse points of view as a collective whole. That is unity and diversity. Everyone has their own unique genius, Srila Prabhupada once said. That should be encouraged, not stifled. Everyone has their vision of spreading the mission of Lord Chaitanya according to their own internal inspiration. That should be celebrated, never denigrated. Even in this city, New York City, we see variegated styles of preaching and approaches. Everyone is trying to please you, Srila Prabhupada, and please your dedicated devotees. That in itself is such a great thing of transcendental beauty. Individually, we may not resonate with this or that approach in the spreading of your mission, but like a parenting adult, we can genuinely and lovingly appreciate and encourage the efforts of the fledgling children. We can appreciate the efforts and genius of many diverse approaches within the community of devotees. That will bring great empowerment to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. Applied unity and diversity. Applied right here in River City. Applied right here in New York City. This would bring a massive radiant smile to your face through the Prabhupada. To see the family you created becoming so bound together in acceptance, love, and appreciation. Let that vision guide us over the next years. And speaking of love and appreciation, I want to give special mention to Yogeshwar Prabhu for his magnificent accomplishment in the form of the powerfully poignant, insightful, and transcendently comprehensive biography of your Divine Grace, Swami in a Strange Land, How Krishna Came to the West. This is a book that just came out, Srila Prabhupada's biography. I emphatically recommend that every ISKCON guru, leader, and temple president make this mandatory reading for all their students and disciples. As Ambarish Prabhu, aka Alfred Ford, so succinctly states, a beautifully written, enthralling, and scrupulously researched book about an extraordinary personality, full of detail and spiritual resonance, a must-read for those who know nothing about the founder and preceptor of the Hare Krishna movement, and all those who think they already know. When Srila Prabhupada is in the center, then his ISKCON mission thrives. To bring him into the center, we need to cultivate a deep and consistent appreciation for his stature, mission, and immense sacrifice. Thus, it is so vitally important that all new men and women be encouraged in this way. Without that foundation, we run the risk of slipping into sentimental understandings of what it means to be a part of this great spiritual society. Yogeshwar's biography of Srila Prabhupada, as Satsarup's, gives us such a foundation. It is truly a masterpiece that will be treasured for untold generations. With Srila Prabhupada in the center and genuine appreciation for all the wonderful activities of the manifold Vaishnavas ensconced deeply in our mind and hearts, we have a real shot at saving the world. I beg to remain your eternally aspiring and significant servant.
When I spoke with Badarayana about the possibility of coming, and he kindly agreed, he shared with me that he had just heard a recording. Ramaswamy, would you like to come forward? I'll just fill up the space while you come forward. And I'm not commanding, I'm requesting. He had just listened to something that sounded a little like part of what his offering was. That is, the vision of going forward. At our North American GBC meeting annually, we schedule different topics of the different persons who are attending that meeting, and Tamahar and the Nuttama Prabhus had taken the topic of ISKCON 100, or what do we need to do in the next 50 years, and we're still here to celebrate. And you listed some of the things that they covered very thoughtfully. I was moved very much by what they spoke, and as I was moved by Badarayana's offering. So thank you. Forward thinking of how to preserve the Hare Krishna movement is the position of maturing. We're not matured yet, but trying to get there. So any thoughtfulness in that direction is much appreciated. And I'll call upon Ramaswar Prabhu to speak something in glorification of our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. Take 10 minutes.